Hope they add it soon. Yeah, it would be nice. Alright, so I'm gonna go and reintroduce the team members. We've got Gold Ship, who currently has a 65% win rate. Has pretty solid stamina, 2 gold recoveries, long S, 960 speed, firm conditions, standard distance, lone wolf. The power is really good. She's got good yellow skills, got the straightaway spurt. You can see I'll show my deck here as well for anyone interested if I end up posting this on YouTube, which I'm going to try to. And then next we have Mino Top Gun, who isn't a very consistent secondary ace. Very low wit, of course, but she did win 2 races yesterday. 997 stamina, 1000 speed, long S. Breath of Fresh Air is the second recovery. So, not great, but she's also a hybrid debuffer with Intense Gaze, Stamina Eater. Definitely helping out with letting Gold Ship win. And then we've got our Maduzensky debuffer, who has a groundwork setup, which is hilarious, and also like might actually have a hidden bonus since I'm running end closers. If the groundwork allows her to get far enough ahead that the end closers don't pace down for as long in the early race, that could actually be helping. I don't know for sure if that's happening, but it is in theory something that could help. We have double end closer stamina debuff, only subdued for pace, but we do have hesitant pace and hesitant end, so I think this really basic editing, so it's still a pretty long video, but I'm gonna try to get that up on YouTube. Alright. 3 gold ships, 1 Taishin, 1 other Mino with her 3-star outfit. There's a rice shower and a nice nature. Yeah, I think the pace down thing that I was talking about actually happened here. Like, I think the gap between the end closers and rice shower is smaller than it would be if the pace setters were weaker. I'm not 100% sure on that still, but yeah. Alright. We're on the downhill. I didn't see if we got Go Home Specialist. Gold Ship is not terrible with only 1 gold recovery. She can still win some races, but she doesn't quite have enough for a full last spurt if it's only 1 gold recovery, I think. I think she needs 2 to really have the true full last spurt. And then Taishin is in the Taishin spot where she's on the inner rail, and even if she gets Encroaching Shadow, she's just going to crash. Which is what makes Taishin underperform a lot in these races. Curvature, hopefully Gold Ship stays in 6th long enough to get her ult, and hopefully she gets Maestro. I don't think I've seen any Maestros from our team yet. There's Maestro on Gold Ship, good. Mino, I think, didn't get any recoveries, unless I missed one. There's a Gold Ship really far forward in 3rd. Hopefully we can outspeed them on the back end. Alright, let's see. We got straightaway spurt. So she did enter last spurt mode very quickly here. And we are catching because of our good acceleration due to straightaway spurt. Although it looks like we ran into someone and got blocked. So all the gold ships are kind of close together right now. And, ooh. Yeah, we're behind and we do not appear to have the highest top speed, so we are not going to be winning this one. Unless we get like a crazy... No. Yeah, these gold ships seem very strong. We'll take a look at the stats. But they look like they have quite a bit more speed than I do. So unlucky matchup for the first race today. A+, yeah, oh wow. Okay. Yeah, they're running Max LB Kitasan, Max LB Diamond, and Max LB McQueen. Okay. Yup. I mean, these stats are insane. Like, these are way better than my stats. So, certainly makes sense that they won. Rice Shower also came in second. Pretty strong Rice Shower. The other gold ship also had better stats than mine, although she only has 1 gold recovery and then did buy Coast is Clear, which isn't great, but actually still has very good yellow skills, long straightaways and closer straightaways on curvature. Very, very good. Oh, this person has Max LB Super Creek. So yeah, so it looks like both enemies in this race are working with stronger support decks than I am, although this one tanked themselves a little bit by running Hishi Amazon to get Spurt. But they still managed to outstat me. Fair enough. Alright. Like, someone is definitely a whale, and more just, like, judge, you know, how strong their support cards are, and say, like, okay, they have better support cards than me, they have worse support cards than me. And, you know, Max LB Kitasan, Max LB Diamond is indicative of someone who pulled a lot. Ooh, we got Lone Wolf. But it's, you know, not a guarantee. Max LB Kitasan on its own is often a reroller. And, like, something like 3 LB Kitasan, 1 or 2 LB Super Creek is well within the free-to-play range if you reroll on Kitasan and then put 200 pulls into Super Creek. So, like, there are definitely free-to-play players who have stronger decks than me. Okay, we got Go Home Specialist this race. That's very good. One of the enemies did as well. There's a frontrunner Mayano here. And now our gold ship is not... Okay, she's moving to get around the other gold ship here, but she's kind of blocked right now. Mayano's moving forward. Hopefully gold ship moves... Yeah, gold ship's moving around. She's still in 7th, so that's solid. And we are getting into this corner. Ooh, we got back on the inner rail. The other gold ship passed us. Although we moved ahead of them here for some reason. We want to see Maestro. We want to see Curvature. We want to see gold ship ult. Here's gold ship ult. Come on, where's my Maestro? Uh-oh. Gold ship didn't get Maestro. So gold ship's working with only 1 recovery skill again here, which is going to hurt her last spurt a lot. So, you know, we're not super duper likely to win this, but we did get Lone Wolf, so we might have enough speed despite it. We got straightaway spurt, and we're not blocked. We've got a really nice region to move to the outside before getting blocked. We got blocked here, though. Ooh, gold ship crashed into the McQueen. That's really unfortunate. Now, enemy gold ship is faster than us and ahead. Ah. Very sad. Very sad that gold ship crashed into McQueen there, somehow. Because we probably would have actually won that if she didn't crash. Despite the lack of recovery, because you can see that the other gold ship is winning, and our gold ship was way ahead of the other gold ship until the crash. So yeah, another pretty unlucky race overall. Happens. Let's take a look at the stats. I mean, okay, they actually have really good stats, although very low power. So that's what was happening, is we were really far ahead of this gold ship because we got Spurt and they were accelerating really slowly. Now, they would have slowly started catching, but they caught us really quickly because we crashed into the McQueen. And that was sad. They're working with just SRs, but they do have a lot of max SRs. Like, they have a better SR deck than I... Well, they've got arguably my SR deck is actually equally good. They do have 3LB on Sweep Tosho, but I have Manhattan Cafe. And then they have Taishin, but I have like 3LB King Halo, which is okay in the slot. So the SRs are reasonably close, but they are running very low power. So I think I would have beaten them had we not gotten blocked. And then, yeah, low speed McQueen. Pretty strong Rudolph here. 3 recoveries. Low power, though. But, yeah. Solid stats otherwise. This McQueen has only 2 recoveries, which might not be enough for Pace Chaser. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. What can you do? Alright. No Lone Wolf this time. And as we transition to mid-race, this is where the downhill happens. We got Go Home Specialist, very good. Gold Ship is rushing, that's not good. But if she gets Maestro, it should be okay. We should have the excess stamina as long as she wasn't rushing for too long and we get our second gold recovery. We need Gold Ship to not get blocked by this nice nature. It is looking like she might get blocked. Oh no, she's moving ahead of the nice nature here. That's good. Enemy Taishin did get Sleeping Lion. So they're working with decent recoveries. Let's see. Are we going to get Maestro? We got Maestro. Okay, so we've got both recoveries this time. Curvature on Mayano. Anchors away from Gold Ship. Curvature from Gold Ship. So we're going to move up quite a bit. And we're going to be ahead of the Taishin. Unfortunately, Gold Ship decided to move back to the inner rail. Oh, we're not ahead of the Taishin. Never mind. But Taishin, if we can get to the left of Taishin here, Taishin is very likely to crash into these Pace Chasers even if she gets Encroaching Shadow. Unfortunately, Taishin is... Okay, we got Spurt and no Encroaching Shadow from the Taishin, but we are kind of getting blocked here. So we didn't get the best value out of Spurt, but it looks like we've got good power. So we're gaining over the other end closers quite a bit here. Now the rest is that we need to catch this Mayano, which I think is going to happen. But it's certainly not a guarantee because we were helping out the Mayano a decent amount. We did not... it doesn't look like we're getting Teo Step here, sadly. Ooh, homestretch haste. Can we? We're gonna overtake the Mayano. Are we gonna beat this McQueen though? Oh! Oh my god, what a finish. 3 Umas, like literally a nose apart. Okay, we actually had a head gap, but oh my god, that was close. Oh yeah, 1200 speed, that's why it was so hard to catch her, and we didn't get Teo Step. With Teo Step, we would have easily won. Or like, we would have easily caught. Wow. Okay, yeah, this person is running with a better support deck. I think that they should be able to get better or like a better build than this. Like, surely they can get these stats consistently enough to go for a long S, right? When they have Maxwell B Super Creek and Maxwell B Kitasan. And all these SRs. Man, that's crazy that we won against... Wait, they also have Manhattan Cafe. They have so much. They have such a good support card deck. Oh my goodness. I wonder how many pulls they've done. Probably somewhere in the 600 to 800 range. That's a diamond's kind of fake. I mean, yeah, but like, what else do you borrow? It's not like you want Say in Sky. Like, what other SSR stamina card is good to borrow? I think it's probably better to borrow Diamond than Manhattan Cafe, right? Saiyin's a better stat stick at max LB? I'm not convinced. I think Saiyan Sky is really good at LB 0 and then scales poorly. I haven't looked that much because it's not relevant for me, but... One of them has Spring Runner? Okay. I don't know who has Spring Runner, but that might make a difference. And then the Taishin, lower stat line, definitely working with a much weaker support deck, and they're trying to run power cards here for Spurt. Wait, why are they running Hishi Amazon and Vodka here? Taishin has Spurt naturally. You don't need to get Spurt off of your hint. Alright. So this person could probably do some better deck building, but... That's... Alright. Let's see if we can get another win. These first three races... Well, certainly races 1 and 3 have been much higher standard than the races I ran into on day 1. Race 2 was like pretty normal and I got somewhat unlucky to lose it. Gold ship is back in 9th. We have 3 gold ships as usual. There's a Ryan and a Rudolph. We're probably late surgers, and then a McQueen and a Special Week. There's no other front runner that we're helping out. We got Go Home Specialist, that's good. And we've moved up ahead of the other gold ships for a moment. Mine Top Gun's actually really far forward. Gets Stamina Eater, but misses the gold ships. So she hit the Pace Chasers and the Late Surgers with that. Gold ship's in a pretty bad spot here. So we'll see how things evolve. Rudolph's moving forward. We'll see how the positions evolve, but we're on the inner rail and going into the corner where ult is going to proc, potentially curvature procs. Mino gets a Maestro. Gold ship gets a Maestro. So gold ship has both recoveries, which is the most important thing. Gold ship ult, and gold ship is stuck. So that's not good. Okay, she's getting unstuck, but she was definitely stuck for a little while there. But now we're on the outside and making this other gold ship stuck. So maybe this ended up being okay, but there is a gold ship ahead of us who definitely has the advantage. Let's see if we get Spurt here. Mino gets Spurt and Nimble Navigator, but is still blocked despite it. Our power stat is looking good relative to the other gold ships. Intense Gaze. Gold ship is holding her own against the enemy gold ship. We're taking first. Now, I don't know how our top speeds compare. Mino gets her ult. Mino coming in wants to be a real ace here. Early home stretch haste is very good. So we're building a decent lead here. But it looks like the enemy gold ship might be a little... No! Ooh, there's a velocity skill. But it looks like we have enough of a gap to hold here. Oh, but Mino is actually going to win. Mino wants to take this victory. Oh. Yeah. Somehow Mino got that win. I didn't see when Breath of Fresh Air procced, but it must have procced at a good time for her to have that kind of last spurt. 1100 stamina, 900 speed. Okay, so we were we had higher top speed at the end. And yeah, they had a lot lower power, which is why we gained so much during the acceleration window, despite missing spurt. Literally perfect timing Nibble Navigator. Yeah, it was really good, but I didn't see I wasn't watching super closely how long she stayed blocked while she had the buff. It is a 3-second buff, so like, you know, as long as she gets unblocked at some point reasonably quickly, she gets a lot of value out of it. But yeah. And then she does have higher top speed than my gold ship. Oh, let's take a look at the decks. So 0 LB Super Creek, 2 LB Sweep Tosho, Max LB Mayano. So this is like, I think a little bit weaker than the deck that I'm running, right? I have 1 LB Super Creek, and then I have slightly better speed SRs. I don't know what speed SR they could run. Like, if they have a speed SR that they could run over the McQueen stamina card, that would be nice. They didn't invest in potential 5 gold ship, it looks like, which would also help get the second gold without running the McQueen card. So they might have a similar power level to me, but it looks a little weaker. And then this other person is running with very, very weak cards. Looks like a very new player who has not pulled... Yeah, they pulled late enough that they have Zeno Robroy as SRs. So it looks like they have started very recently. So they're working with a pretty weak deck. Alright. Well, we've got great mood on gold ship, and she's #1 favorite. Maybe a good sign, but we'll take a look at the stats after the race. 3 gold ships, as usual. We're on the outside. We got Lone Wolf. That's very nice. Maruzensky heading out in front. There is a front runner Mayano, but usually we're fine to catch front runners, even with us like giving them, you know, some larger lead in the early and mid race. We got Go Home Specialist. That's good. I think we only lost to 1 front runner team yesterday, and I think we've missed on our recoveries in that race. So the main reason that we lost was not because the front runners built a big lead, it was because we just had a really weak last spurt of our own. Alright, gold ship is in kind of a nice position. It would be really nice if she can get off of this inner rail, but she'll probably move forward here as we get into this corner where everything will proc. One of the enemy gold ships is too far forward for her ult. We get Curvature. We get Maestro on gold ship. Good. We have both recoveries. Get gold ship ult. We are way far behind. These enemy gold ships are, yeah, really moved up really nicely in mid-race, so we're going to have to catch a lot in late race. I wasn't watching Mayano's recoveries, know how she's doing. But Spurt can cover a large distance here if we get it. And of course there's blockages, and I don't know, we do get Spurt on gold ship. Gold ship is accelerating very nicely here. Hopefully she doesn't crash. She's getting around there. Made it through the big pack of gold ships. Making her way up to the front. Crashed into the Mayano. Uh-oh. Okay, but she's unblocked and someone else crashed into our gold ship. Maruzensky is red shifting for fun. Does literally nothing. So we have to catch this #2 Super Creek. But it looks like we are a lot faster than her. So it looks like we'll be able to catch here. Mayano gets Breath of Fresh Air too late. Gold Ship gets Homestretch Haste and Teo Step, but is directly behind. This is really bad. She has to get around. She's not getting around. Oh, she got around just at the last time. I think we got it. Oh my goodness. That was, yeah, Super Creek put in a really good effort there to block Gold Ship. But Gold Ship managed to get around just barely in time. Interesting that they're running 2 power cards here. They have very, very high power, but a little bit low on stamina as a result. Of course, Super Creek's ult helps a lot on the stamina front. A bit low on stamina and low speed. They're working with Max LB Super Creek, but pretty bad SRs. So I wonder if this is someone who re-rolled on the Super Creek banner. And so they've only done 200 pulls, if that's the case. And they like re-rolled to get the Max LB Super Creek, but don't have the like baseline of 400 pulls to get good SRs. Seems likely. Ooh. Wow, they're running Suzuka R on this Mino Top Gun. Interesting. Definitely falling short on the stats. Smart Falcon power card is not very good there. Did they hit any of her skills? I think they got Frontrunner straightaways, but I don't know Mino's innate pool, but I think it's not in there. And then looks like just Nice Nature thrown in from Taurus Cup, probably. And yeah. Oh, they have Maxwell B Manhattan Cafe. I take it back. Well, okay, in that case, they should definitely have been able to make a better Gold Ship. They should have been running Max LB Manhattan Cafe over this Mino, for sure. And they could have definitely made a much stronger Gold Ship. Especially if they had the resources to potential 5 her. Oh, it's definitely a Taurus Gold Ship. They have medium corners, medium straightaways in here. Yeah, this was not built for Gemini. They certainly could have made a strong Gold Ship if they did actually build for Gemini, but they definitely did not build for Gemini. Alright, we've got normal mood on Gold Ship, number 5 favorite. That doesn't really mean anything, but it might mean that, you know, it might indicate that we could be outstatted here. I don't think I saw Lone Wolf in that big clump of skills that procced at the start of the race. A lot of pace chasers here. Rudolph, Winning Ticket, and Narita Brian all look like they're pace chasing, and then there's a late surger Rudolph as well. Or maybe an end closer Rudolph, we don't know. Beeline Burst, not a very good skill. Generally not worth the skill points. Are we going to get go? It looks like we missed Go Home Specialist. That's not very appealing. Okay. Well, Gold Ship can still win some races with only Maestro, but it's going to be a lot harder. And we'll see if Mino gets Breath of Fresh Air at a good time. Rushing Gale, but it looks like she might be getting blocked. Gold Ship moving forward. Flustered End Closers. There's an Air Groove back here that looks like a late surger because she didn't get hit by Flustered End Closers. Another Beeline Burst. So probably someone running the Nishino Flower support card. Okay, we got Maestro on Gold Ship. And then Curvature on Mino. Here's Gold Ship ult. Is Mino gonna get Maestro? Ooh, it looks like Mino has missed on Maestro, and I haven't seen Breath of Fresh Air proc either. So we're basically relying on Gold Ship to carry despite only having 1 recovery in this race. He does get Stamina Eater, hits very nice people. In particular, hits the enemy Gold Ship. And we're entering late race. Enemy gold ship is trying to go through the pack, which might lead to a crash. We miss on straightaway. Oh, we got minus straightaway spurt, but we miss on gold ship straightaway spurt. Enemy gold ship is moving fast. We aren't losing too much ground because our power stat is not bad, but we'll see how the top speeds are. I think the fact that we didn't get our second recovery is going to hurt us. Hesitant end closers. Closing the gap a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Enemy gold ship looks like she has plenty. It looks like we're even going to lose to this Rudolph. But yeah, just raced against an 80% win rate end closer, Teo. Dang. Yeah, enemy gold ship definitely taking this one. Probably has quite a bit better stats than us. It looks like they outsped us at the end by a lot. Take a look. A plus. Yeah, 1159, 1200 with long S, and 834 power. This has got to be a very strong support deck. Max LB Kitasan, Max LB Sweep Tosho. And then, yeah, 2LB Biko is pretty strong, decently strong. 3LB Mayano, barring Max LB Super. Definitely a stronger deck than what I was running with. And they got good, they hit the end closer corners off of Taishin, which is not a guarantee. Very strong build. And then the Rudolph has also quite a strong build. 1200 stamina. Yep. The other player I think was probably working with a much weaker deck here. Heyo. Nishino Flower SR, okay. Zero LB Kitasan borrowing Super Creek. Yeah, definitely a struggle run there. Trying to just struggle to put together anything. What's this Air Groove got? Oh, it's actually like a real debuffer. This is pretty rare to see a debuffer that's built this well. This is basically got all of the same debuffs that my Marizensky has. But yeah, definitely a real opponent. Goldship has great mood and is number 2 favorite. No Lone Wolf. Mayano gets a late start, which doesn't really matter a whole lot. We got Frenzied Pace Chasers, so someone got rushed in the Pace Chaser pack. Marizensky rushes, which doesn't matter. As we get to this downhill, let's see if Go Home Specialist will proc. We do get Go Home Specialist, very good. And yeah, for races like this is where it really helps to have the frontrunner Marizensky, because it means that none of the pace chasers get the pace setter position. So all of them, we generally have a shorter distance to close to get to the first place. Now, Goldship is in a really awkward spot. We'll see if she can work her way out of this sort of block as we get into this corner. Goldship gets Maestro, so Goldship has both recoveries in this race. Very good. Goldship is ulting. And it looks like she can work her way out. Mayano gets Curvature. Is Goldship gonna get Curvature? Goldship moving to the outside here. Very good. Looks like we are drawing level with the enemy Goldship. I think if we get Spurt, we're gonna be... Oh no, enemy Goldship is moving in front of us. That's not good. So let's see what happens. We miss Spurt. Enemy Goldship might have gotten Spurt. We got Spurt and on Mayano, and Breath of Fresh Air was a little late on Mayano. But it looks like our power... Oh, it looks like the enemy gold ship crashed into the Pace Chaser blob. Nimble Navigator from Mayano, getting pretty solid value there, it looks like. Intense Gaze misses everyone. Well, actually, I don't know. Does Intense Gaze hit people behind you? I don't think so, right? It's vision-based, so it shouldn't hit anyone behind you, and she was in second when it procced. So I don't think it hit anyone. Gold ship looking like she is in the lead and holding a solid lead here. Home stretch haste for good measure. A very nice win from Gold Ship. Did Mayano pull out the second place? No, Mayano did not pull out the second place. I think she ran out of stamina, or didn't have the stamina for the proper last spurt there. This McQueen, a little bit low on speed, but I mean, they're working with 3LB Kitasan, 2LB Super Creek. Interesting decision to borrow Manhattan Cafe here instead of like borrowing Diamond or borrowing Max LB Super Creek. I obviously don't know what their alternative power card is. Or sorry, stamina card. They do have 3LB McQueen, so for Gold Ship they probably could have been borrowing Max LB Super Creek and gotten a bit more stamina. But they actually hit a really nice stamina number if they had a second gold. They were held back by the fact that they didn't have a second gold recovery. This is a really good build if they had a second gold recovery. Yeah, they're working with quite a nice deck. And Sigma Emperor looks like they probably could have gotten a better stat line than this with this deck. Biwa is not a very good card to be running here. I don't know what their alternative speed card is, but stamina is a little bit low, even just for LB0 Super Creek, LB3 Mayano. I think you can get better stamina numbers than this. This one doesn't even look like she was really built for Gemini. They didn't even really try to get the right stamina there. Yeah. This player probably has the deck they need. They just need to work on... Alright, what normal mood on Gold Ship, number 4 favorite. No Lone Wolf. It's okay. We deny the Lucky Pace, as always. It's really hard to, like, tell how many races the denying Lucky Pace is, you know, making the difference, because we don't know who would have been the Lucky Pace. We don't know, like, how the late race would have gone with them. It looks like we missed on Go Home Specialist, I think. That's not great. But I imagine that it has made the difference in some races. Lucky Pace is super strong, especially if it's Daiwa. I haven't seen very many Daiwas, but yeah. Lucky Pace is really, really strong. So I'm sure it's made a difference. Like, I'm sure I've won some races that I would have lost if I didn't deny Lucky Pace. Alright, let's see if Mino gets any good recoveries here. Gold Ship is passing number 7. This nice nature on the inside. Now, there is actually a cool thing where Gold Ship's ult can proc anywhere between 50 and 60% of the race. So she could get past in that range and then proc her ult late, and it's arguably better if that happens. Okay, we got Maestro on both, but it looks like we missed our ult entirely this time. A little unfortunate, and we're on the inside, so we're definitely in a little bit of a... Oh, we actually do get our ult. That might actually carry into the acceleration window. I didn't think that we were still full force the 60% mark, but I guess we were. She's making her way around Yeah, that speed might have carried. Oh, but we don't have straightaway spurt, and we also got blocked behind our Maruzensky. There's straightaway spurt. I see. So Goldship had a late entry into last spurt because of only getting one gold recovery. But because it was such a late entry, it was still early enough to get it before the corner, which is really impactful. But because it was a late entry, that means her top speed is not going to be penalized as much, and it may actually end up being a good thing for me here. Here we go. It looks like we're passing the clump of pace chasers. Yeah, I'm sure we would have lost to a lucky pace here. 100% would have lost to a lucky pace, right? Very nice. Very nice win. The pace chasers did look pretty good. 1058 speed, 989 stamina. This is Vanguard Spirit. Ah, I see. They're gambling on lucky pace. Okay. And then what was the deck? 1 LB Super Creek, 3 LB Sweep Tosho, Max LB Mino. So this is very similar power level to what I have. They have 1 more LB on Sweep Tosho compared to me, but they have Mino instead of Manhattan Cafe. And then only 2 LB on the special week event card. Rudolph also hit a very nice stat line with 3 recoveries. And then the other player has 1 LB Kitasan borrowing Super Creek, but has 4 LB Sweep Tosho and is for some reason running the Dober event card. So they have very high wit. Definitely overkill on wit. They definitely could have optimized the deck a little bit better there to get a better stat line. Crazy high power. And they hit Turf S, Long S. Not a terrible build. The Coast is Clear is not a good skill. If they had bought better yellow skills, this actually would have been quite strong. I don't know if they just got blocked. You know, this 7th does not match this stat line. This stat line is quite good with Turf S, Long S, and this high power. But yeah, the Vision skill is a waste of skill points. I imagine they either missed on their recoveries or got blocked in this race to get sub-ticket. Here we go. Great mood on Goldship, number 2 favorite. No Lone Wolf that I saw. There's an enemy Maruzensky. I wonder if it's an ace Maruzensky or another person running debuff Maruzensky. Got an 8-star groundwork. Nice. Alright, we got Subdued Pace. Okay, we got Go Home Specialist. That's very good. Enemy Goldship also got their Go Home Specialist. Oh, interesting. Mino Top Gun is number 4 and is really far forward for some reason in this race. We'll see if she gets her recoveries. Goldship moving up. Getting ahead of the other gold ships, which is nice. So I don't think there's any risk that Goldship is going to miss her ult because Mino is so far forward. And we have a bunch of pace chasers as well. Clustered end closers. Stamina Eater hitting the pace chaser bunch. We got Maestro on Mino. Are we going to get Maestro on Goldship? We got Anchors Away. Ooh, we missed Maestro on Goldship. Okay. Can Mino get Breath of Fresh Air before late race? Let's see. We got Maestro, and Goldship does have Go Home Specialist, so it's not terrible. Enemy Goldship got cooldown. Okay, so we're working with only one gold recovery on each. We get our Spurt. That's very nice. So we are going to have a pretty slow last spurt here, but it activated early. Enemy Goldship is quite far back. So we'll see. The Ogre might actually be able to overtake us as well here because our last spurt is fairly slow. Looks like we got hit by a velocity debuff there. I'm worried about this Ogre. Triumphant Pulse is so strong. We get Homestretch Haste though. Ooh, there's the Triumphant Pulse. Can we hold against Triumphant Pulse? It's so close. No, the Ogre is gonna take it. Ah. Oh, we could have gotten it if we got our recovery. Dang. Wow, they only had 780 stamina, but they must have hit all 3 recoveries. I think I saw them hit Breath of Fresh Air like late mid-race. So yeah, they managed to get all 3 recoveries here to win that. And I missed one of my recoveries. Oh well. That's just part of the game. Max LB Tazuna, 3 LB Super Creek. I don't agree with running Tazuna here. They got baited by the 1200 stamina plus 3 gold recoveries and just don't have the speed to win any races. It is actually a Maruzenski that has decent like ace stats. Probably not enough to really win races, but and Maruzenski ult of course doesn't do anything on this track. Air Groove, so maybe just like a Groundwork Parent run thrown in here. Looks like just a random Tauros Nice Nature thrown in. And then a Goldship that's a little bit low on stamina. A little bit worse matchmaking luck today, and then also a little bit worse race luck today. But yeah, it happens, of course. No Lone Wolf. 3 Goldships, 2 Mayanos, 1 Taishin, 1 Brian. And there's a nice nature here. The enemy Mayano looks like a front runner in this one. Yeah, she got hit by subdued front runners, so definitely. Well, I guess the 2 debuffs happened at the same time, but I'm pretty sure it was subdued front runners that hit her. Okay, we got Go Home Specialist. That's good. Goldship is way up in 5th though, so we're probably not getting Goldship ult in this race, which is fine. Just being ahead of the other end closers is most of what we need, and getting the recoveries is the main thing. Mino's on the outside. Taishin's in the standard Taishin spot where she's going to potentially get... She's going to be in 9th going into late race or maybe 8th. Oh, she's actually moving forward. But yeah, Taishin is very likely to crash even if she does get straightaway spurt. Ooh, Nice Nature actually passed Goldship and we got Swinging Maestro. So we are going to get Goldship ult here, right? Here we go. Goldship ult. Pretty lucky that Nice Nature decided to move up at that point in the race. Goldship is squeaking between enemy Goldship and the Nice Nature. Taishin is way far back. Now, unfortunately, we're on the inside relative to the other Goldship. Ooh, but that's maybe swapping. Let's see if we get Spurt. We did not get Spurt. Enemy Taishin did get Encroaching Shadow. Mino gets Spurt. So enemy Taishin is closing in here, but has a long distance to cover. And Taishin crashed. Standard, the classic. My gold ship is catching up to enemy gold ship quite handily here. Nemesis procs, which usually means that Taishin has already lost the race. Gold ship looks like she's outspeeding the enemy gold ship. And I don't think Taishin has the speed to cover this big gap. We did not get Teo step. Ooh, this is really close. We get our homestretch haste, and we take it for another 3-2 ticket. Very nice. Take a look here. 1141 stamina, 926 speed. Yeah, I mean, this is a solid build. They hit end closer corners and Professor of Curvature and Spurt. Don't have the long S, which is unfortunate, but they've got really nice power. And they do have Spurt and Turf S, so very, very nice power. Now that I look at their deck, they have Max LB Kitasan, Max LB Diamond, and they probably could have gotten a better stat line than this with this level of support cards. Borrowing SR Taishin looks a little bit sus for sure. But they did hit the uncloser corners, so I mean they got what they were looking for. And yeah, I mean Taishin is definitely the worst stat stick of the SR speed cards. Yeah, they definitely could have made a better stat line. Could have gone for long S probably. But I mean this is still fairly strong. Taishin has a very nice stat line. It looks like they might have spent more time on the Taishin than on the gold ship. Nice stat line, but still didn't get long S. And only hit one gold recovery here. They don't have... they're not running the McQueen card for cooldown. And I don't know if Taishin has any gold recoveries innately. Oh no, she does. She has Sleeping Lion. And they chose not to buy Sleeping Lion. Or maybe they didn't have the potential levels. Low power though, and of course, Taishin does Taishin things and crashes into people after proccing Encroaching Shadow and just loses the race that way. Looks like overkill stamina here, low wit, low power, bought the vision skill, but I mean, they're working with a relatively weak deck as well. So, yeah, it's difficult for a deck like this to reach stat line that you really want. All right. There's an Urara. It's a front Urara. I've never seen that before. First one that we're running into in the CM. Now, we have the counter. We've got a front Maduzensky. Oh, it looks like there's a front Daiwa also. Which actually is really scary, because it's possible that my Maduzensky turns the Daiwa into a Daiwa rocket. Okay, we got Breath of Fresh Air at a good time on Mayano. That's really nice. Go Home Specialist procced as well. Very nice. So what we want is we want Maduzensky to not really challenge the Daiwa, or to challenge her very early in the race. But there's a chance that Daiwa gets a Daiwa rocket style acceleration at the late race, which could make it much harder to win, depending on how good the Daiwa stats are as well. Alright, and this does mean Gold Ship is a lot less likely to get her ult. Arurara is kind of far behind, indeed. Okay, we get Curvature from Gold Ship, Curvature from Mayano. There's Red Ace. Okay, so Red Ace happened early. Ooh, we missed Maestro on both Umas. That's not good. So we're working with only one gold recovery on both Gold Ship and Mayano. Gold Ship's in a good spot, it looks like. Gold Ship's not blocked. Is gonna have a, looks like maybe a delayed entry into last spurt or maybe a slow last spurt. I'm not sure. There's a delayed straightaway spurt from Mayano, so Mayano delayed her spurt and has a relatively fast one, I guess. Gold Ship has not proc straightaway spurt, maybe missed the wit roll. Because she's definitely in last spurt mode at this point. He's holding for now. And we'll see. I'm gonna have to let the cats out momentarily. Enemy Mayano. Can't tell if she's catching. She does have a decent gap to cover. So I think we're gonna hold here. Looks like we're holding despite missing one of the recoveries. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, 1,000 to 1,080. Solid build. BLB Kitasan borrowing Super Creek. Wow, they're running Suzuka R. And they didn't get any Suzuka skills either. Wait, are they even running? They're not even running her front. Why are they running Suzuka R? Clearly they have better cards than Suzuka R. If they pulled 200 times, surely they have something better. Not a terrible gold ship, but a little bit low on speed for sure. And then Rudolph working with basically no LBs on the entire deck. This is someone who's just kind of struggling until maybe saving all their carrots to pull on Kitasan rerun. And yeah, they went for Haru Urara. They didn't even build debuffs on her. Like, they didn't even do anything. They just threw in... They just failed a career on Urara and then threw her in. Okay. Wow, we got matched really fast. Normal mood on Gold Ship. There's a front Bourbon. Ooh, there's an Urara. I don't know if the Urara is a front Urara or a back Urara. We can take a look after the race. But it is going to make it harder for Gold Ship to get her ult. It's not a big deal, honestly. As much as Gold Ship ult is really good, like, if you're in 5th or higher, you're usually in a good spot anyway. Okay, we got Go Home Specialist. Enemy Gold Ship also got Go Home Specialist. We are also trading the lead with this Bourbon, so this Bourbon is going to have a decent gap over the farther back positions. Gold Ship is still in 7th. It looks good. There are 5 people pretty solidly ahead of our Gold Ship. One of them is an enemy Gold Ship who's going to miss her ult, I think. So I think we're going to get Gold Ship ult here. Although Gold Ship decided to go behind someone, so she's going to get kind of blocked. And yeah. Got Gold Ship right behind our Mayano. Here's the corner. We want to watch for Maestros. Okay, we got both Maestros. And I think we got Curvature. Oh, we got Mayano Curvature. Okay, there's Gold Ship Curvature as well. So Gold Ship moving up really actively. The Bourbon actually doesn't have a very big lead, as it turns... Well, actually, maybe she has a decent lead. I think the scale is distorted because Urara is so far back. Ooh, Gold Ship decided to move sort of inside. Come on, Gold Ship, move to the outside for the late race, please. We missed on both spurts, it looks like. We got Intense Gaze, and here goes the natural acceleration. Gold ship looking like she's doing pretty well here, going around the outside now. And there's an enemy gold ship in first. I don't think we're catching that. That is a very fast gold ship. They might have hit their spurt. And we got kind of blocked, I think. Yeah, we're blocked. Okay, I see. We're blocked behind the front runner. So only one gold ship made it out of this big pack. And they're going to win by a large margin. Sad. The 1200. It's hard to tell because the reason the gap is so big is because we got blocked behind the bourbon. So I think the gold ship probably hit spurt, and then I mean it is 1200 1078, so it is a 1200 speed gold ship, but I think the big thing is that they hit spurt and didn't get blocked, and then everyone else just got blocked. And then they had a massive lead because we were running at bourbon speed, which was really slow. They are working with a strong deck. You can see Max LB Kita-san, very good SRs at Max LB. So probably at least 400 pulls. Maybe they've done 600, 800 pulls. They are definitely working with a better deck than I am. Decent nice nature, probably left over from Tauros since it has Mystifying Murmur. And then the other gold ship is working with a pretty weak deck. So, and then yeah, the bourbon was the one that took out pretty much everyone. And it is a front Urara, so they are actually running front Urara despite having 1078 stamina and 2 gold recoveries. I guess it does deny lucky pace, because the pace down is what causes the like spread. We have number 1 favorite. The pace down mechanic is what causes the spread between pace chasers and end closers. I guess there is there's a different target speed. Ooh, we got Lone Wolf. There's a different target speed in early race as well, but when everyone is pacing down due to front Urara, that means that the gap between the end closers and the pace chasers should be smaller. And it also means that it means that the end closer can overtake the pace chasers a lot earlier in the race. We missed Go Home Specialist, it looks like. That's unfortunate. We do have a good position here in 6th and quite ahead of the other end closers. Saw someone get lucky end closer? That's crazy. Yeah, that would certainly not be a close race. Okay, we got Stamina Eater. That did hit the enemy gold ship, which is really good for us. It's also not a 3-star gold ship, so they're going to have a weaker ult. Enemy Mayano. Unfortunately, our gold ship is now in a bit of an awkward spot. We do need to hit our recoveries. Come on, show me Maestro. There's Curvature from Mayano. I saw something pop up right as the ult happened. It was Curvature. Oh. Did we whiff on all of our recoveries? Are we going 0 for 4 on recoveries in this race? Ooh. Well, I mean, you can't do anything about this kind of race unless everyone is completely understammed. I'm just dead, missing all of my recoveries here. There's Breath of Fresh Air, but it's too late. Miner's already locked in a weak late last spurt. So we'll see, but the last spurt is going to be really, really weak from both of our aces here. Yeah, we were 0 for 4 on recoveries. Oh well. There's straightaway spurt from Gold Ship. Now that we're on after the last corner. Yeah, it looks like we would have been able to win this if we got maybe even only one gold recovery. But missing both on Gold Ship. Very sad. Yeah, only 1,000 stamina with 1 gold recovery there. 2 LB Kitasan, max LB SRs. Pretty decent deck. 0 LB Super Creek, okay. Yeah, I mean, we just whiffed all of our recoveries. Oh well. Alright, number 2 favorite again. Oh, we got Lone Wolf. Nice. There's a Taishin here. Alright, here's the downhill. We got Go Home Specialist. Very good. Mino rushes. I mean, we're really... most of our hopes are on Gold Ship anyway. Unfortunately, Gold Ship is blocked right now. So she's slowing down a bit here. She might... I mean, that will get her ult. Enemy Gold Ship got cooldown. What a lucker. Lucker dog getting cooldown in the mid-race. Enemy Super Creek also gets cooldown in the mid-race. Full of luckers here. Curvature from Gold Ship. Anchors away, curvature from Mino. We still have some corner left, right? Oh, we missed Maestro again. Ah, okay. So we're working on 1 gold recovery against people who got 2 or 3 gold recoveries. That's gonna be really rough. Very unlikely to win here. Sleeping Lion also goes off. Alright, let's see. And one of the gold ships got spurt, it looks like. Yup. It looks like we might be closing, but I don't think we're going to be closing fast enough to overtake here. I think there's too much race, or too much gap. There's spurt. Happening after the last corner when it's not useful. Yeah. There's home stretch haste, but we can't quite catch. Oh. Feels like I'm getting so unlucky in these races. Just not getting my recoveries, getting blocked. Oh. They were Taurus Platinum. I mean, they got cooldown. They got their cooldown in the mid-race. Okay. You know, it's fine. It's part of the game. It happens. My gold ship is definitely better, but they got 2 gold recoveries. I only got 1. And they got spurt, I think. They got spurt at the right time. I did get spurt technically, but I got spurt late because of missing the recovery. That's a really weak deck. I mean, maybe they have SRs. They might be just baited into running SSRs, thinking that SSRs are better than SRs. But they almost certainly, given that they have LB4 Sweep Tosha, they've probably pulled enough to have better SRs. Yeah, they have Taishin at a 3LB, so they could be definitely building better decks. Alright, great mood on Gold Ship, #1 favorite. Let's see if we can win a race to salvage our win rate a little bit. We got Lone Wolf, that's nice. Alright, here's the downhill. We get Go Home Specialist. One of the enemy gold ships also gets Go Home Specialist. So there's one of our recoveries locked in. There's enough pace chasers here that we are going to... we should get Gold Ship ult with no problem. Now, hopefully we don't trigger a Daiwa rocket. Hopefully Daiwa crosses into first early enough. We got Breath of Fresh Air on Maino at a good time. Oh my god, we are the lucker dog this time. Alright. Now we need at least one Maestro. But both aces are in play in this race. Here we go into the corner where all the corner skills proc. There's Maestro from Gold Ship, Curvature from both, Maestro from Maino. We've got both aces with their full stamina. We also got Stamina Eater on Maino. Very nice. Gold Ship's moving up very, very nicely. And then hopefully Daiwa doesn't get a Daiwa rocket. I wasn't paying attention if Red Ace already procced. But here we go into late race. There's Spurt. Gold Ship's gonna move up a lot. At this point, I don't think a Daiwa rocket matters. I think it's too late. Even if she did, yeah, even if she got her ult there. Alright. Gold Ship going way ahead. Maino making a run for second. But I don't think Maino will catch the Gold Ship here. Maino gets her ult. A little bit of nice value there. Looks like she's gonna make her way up to second place. Still very far behind Gold Ship though. Alright. Well, when we get 4 out of 4 gold recoveries, it goes a lot better than when we get 0 out of 4. 11-11, 1061 with 3 gold recoveries, okay. Kind of surprised that they were so far back. Maybe they missed on all their... Maybe they only got... I know they got Go Home Specialist. I saw them get Go Home Specialist, but they might have missed Maestro and Cooldown. Potentially. Pretty good stat line for this deck, honestly. I think they did a really good job building the stats here. Maybe they could have invested in some better skills, but they got long corners, which isn't bad. I would definitely expect them to be winning a lot. Then this Gold Ship, 1170 stamina, 1000 speed, only 1 gold recovery, which is kind of fine with that much stamina. But 1000 speed and A speed is low. They're running the Dober event card, which is not great. Very low power as well. This is definitely a weaker Gold Ship compared to the other one. And then let's take a look at the Air Groove front. Tons of speed for some reason. Not a lot of debuffs. Okay, and the Daiwa front doesn't really have the stats to really be a threat even with Daiwa Rocket, even if the ult triggers at the perfect time. Running a lot of 0 LB SSRs. Let me see. I want to look at the enemy gold ships win rate. Only 57%? I mean, what's my gold ships win rate? 55%? So, yeah, I was 65% after day 1, and then it's gone down since day 2's gone a lot worse. Okay. Alright, 2 wins there. Let's... Alright, good mood on gold ship and #1 favorite. There's a Taishin here, Super Creek, Ogre, Rudolph, and 2 enemy gold ships. Okay. Alright, early race looks pretty solid for me. Gold ships in 6th, Minos in 5th. We miss on Go Home Specialist. That's not good. Sammy Fox got Go Home Specialist. Alright, well, hopefully we can hit our other recoveries. Can Mino get Breath of Fresh Air right here? That would be very nice. Taishin running in 9th. Gold ship moving outside. Very nice. Gold ship's made her way to a nice position. We go into the corner. We get Maestro from Mino. Curvature from Gold ship. And gold ship ult. And gold ship goes 0 for 2 on recoveries again. So we need Mino to carry here. That's not good. Especially since Mino only got 1 so far. I mean, maybe she gets Breath of Fresh Air right now. It is a straightaway, right? The straightaway still. No. We're on... Okay, so we're at 1 out of 4 gold recoveries. Looks like we got Stamina Eater just barely too late also. Straightaway Spurt from Mino is going to be way too late unless this Taishin crashes. Which, admittedly, the Taishin did crash. Okay, Mino coming up the inside. Hold on. Hold the phone. Mino gets Intense Gaze off. The enemy Taishin crashed after her Encroaching Shadow as an end closer, so Mino's actually catching up to this gold ship. My gold ship's also making kind of a run for it now. Can Mino catch the Super Creek? Oh, it's gonna be close. Super Creek's still ahead for now, but Mino should be slightly faster. Oh, Super Creek holds on. No. It feels so bad when you go... when you just whiff on all of your recoveries. Not the best deck for Super Creek, but yeah. And then this gold ship got Go Home Specialist. I didn't see if they got Maestro. 1 LB Kitasan, borrowing SSR Super Creek. They shouldn't be running, they should not be running McQueen here at only LB2, and they're not even buying cooldown. I don't know what speed card they have, but they should definitely be, almost certainly be running another speed card. Dang. Alright, we have great mood, #1 favorite. But doesn't mean anything. Anyone can win in these races. No Lone Wolf. Like, pretty much the only people who can really have consistent races. Oh, we missed Go Home Specialist. Dang it. Are the people who can, like, hit 1200 on multiple end closers and have, like, have 2 to 3 gold recoveries on all of them. Aw, missing Go Home Specialist is really sad. Alright, let's see if Mayano can get Breath of Fresh Air. My gold ship's all the way in third because there's so many late surgers and end closers. Going into this corner. Okay, we got Maestro on Mayano. Curvature on Mayano. Curvature on Gold Ship. And Gold Ship whiffs both recoveries again? Oh, come on. Okay, Mayano, get Breath of Fresh Air. Come on, get Breath of Fresh Air before late race. Right here, you have a chance. There's a chance still. There's still a chance. Still a chance. We're on a straight right now. Ah. Okay, we got Spurt on Mayano. Spurt on Gold Ship. But Gold Ship's gonna have a super slow last spurt. She didn't delay it much, but she's gonna be really slow here. Mayano's actually going ham. Maybe everyone is understammed here. Maybe this is an 800 stam lobby or a 600 stam lobby. Because Gold Ship is still in first despite having no recoveries. And Maruzenski red shifting for fun. Blocking everyone. I mean, she did block a lot of people, maybe. Yeah, Mario ult activating is a good sign, indeed. Mayano overtaking Gold Ship because of the recovery. Taishin coming in. Let's pump some Iron Proc very late in the race. Okay, so despite the low recoveries, it looks like we got a pretty weak lobby here. We had 1 gold recovery on Mayano, which is why Mayano beat Gold Ship. Yeah. Wait, this Taishin is fine. But she crashed. She did the Taishin thing. Okay, the Taishin actually has stamina. What's the deck? Max LB Super Creek Borrow. So 3 stamina cards. Pretty solid speed for running 3 stamina cards, but they were probably using speed legacies. They have low power, and they didn't get Encroaching Shadow, only straightaway Spurt. This Gold Ship also fine. They actually hit good stat lines. Long S, they hit good stat lines, really a little bit weak on the yellow skills though, and low power. Starting to think non-Gold Ship is Nimble Navigator mandatory. Yeah, maybe. Maruzenski got 5th. Oh my god, Maruzenski podiumed. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, I mean, okay, this is 500 or 600 stamina on Taishin. Just random cards thrown in. Okay, this is not a player who's building particularly strong Umas. But yeah. Alright. I mean, great, but then I ended the Taurus Cup on a 10 win streak, which was crazy. I went, on my second to last ticket, I went lose and then 4 wins, and then went 5-0 on the last ticket and then won the finals. So, despite only having like a 70-ish% win rate on Taurus Cup overall, my ending was insanely strong. Okay, enemy Gold Ship got cooldown. We're not at the downhill quite yet. Gold ship up in 6th. Mino back in 8th. Okay, here's the downhill. Go home specialist does proc. Very good. I'm not worried about Saiyan Sky. Even if Saiyan Sky gets her ult, the ult does so little on this track. And we want Gold Ship to drop back to 6th at some point to get her ult, but it's not a huge deal if she doesn't. Stamina Eater goes off. Should have hit... yeah, basically, I think it hit everyone except for the Gold Ship in 9th and the Saiyan Sky. Would be decent. Okay, Taishin passed Gold Ship. The Gold Ship is in position to ult. Very, very good. Taishin moving to the inner rail, prepping Taishin's classic crash. You know? Okay, we got Maestro on Gold Ship. And we got Curvature on Gold Ship, I think. No, we got Curvature on Mino. And then we also got Maestro on Mino. Okay. So the Taishin is not in position to crash here, unfortunately. The Taishin might actually make a good run to the end here. We'll see who has the better last spurt. We're gonna enter... Oh, Taishin went to the inner rail. Taishin might end up crashing into this Tachyon. We get spurt. Taishin did not get encroaching shadow. So we are now ahead of the Taishin pretty solidly, and Gold Ship should be in prime position to win here since we got both gold recoveries and spurt off. Now, it is possible that this Taishin just has higher top speed than us. I don't know. We didn't check the stats. But so far it's looking good. Mino making a run for it. Mino actually looks like she might be catching Taishin here. No, not quite. But Gold Ship definitely seems to be holding. Excellent. Let's take a look at the Taishin. 1200, 1200, but they probably missed cooldown, and they did miss Encroaching Shadow. So they definitely missed some wit checks. This is a Giga deck. Max LB Kitasan, Max LB Super Creek. Running Max LB McQueen, so they also have a bunch of club points. And Max LB Manhattan Cafe Sweet Tosho. Borrowing Bakshin. 1200 with 1 gold is enough to finish. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, Taishin do it, but they missed Encroaching Shadow, which is very sad for them. Decent power. They don't have long S, but pretty solid power with 790 with firm conditions. Yeah. Tachyon with only 700 stamina, just random no LB cards. How's the Saiyan Sky looking? 998 speed, 1066 stamina, not great. Definitely not really a contender for winning. I'm kind of surprised that this is all that they managed with this kind of deck, but I assume they didn't do very many runs on Saiyan Sky. They were probably just like trying to get groundwork. Well, no, they actually got groundwork off of inspiration. So, interesting. But, yeah, definitely a little bit weak. And of course, Saiyan Sky doesn't really do anything here. And then the Gold Ship, 1124, 1000 stamina, 3 gold recoveries. Didn't hit the good... Where's the deck that they were running on Taishin? What? Where's the Manhattan Cafe? Why are they running 3LB McQueen here? If they had put more time into Gold Ship, they would probably be winning more. Let me check their win rate. So, I assume Super Creek is not winning at all. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's the other person anyway. So, Saiyan Sky actually has gotten some wins. 3 wins off of Saiyan Sky. 22 wins on Taishin, 62.9%, and 17.1% on Gold Ship. So what is that total? Like, that's 80 between Taishin and Gold Ship. So 88% win rate. But I feel like they could have gotten even higher if they built their Gold Ship better. Their second ace is a lot better than my second ace. I think the first ace, like my Gold Ship versus their Taishin, is not a very big gap. But their Gold Ship versus my Mayano is a massive gap. So they're getting much more wins overall. But when my Gold Ship hits her recoveries, then of course we can still win. Alright, enemy Taishin gets cooldown early. Not too early, it's still probably got mostly full value. Here comes the downhill. We do get Go Home Specialist, very good. There's a front Mayano here. Gold Ship's way back in 9th. Stamina Eater goes off. Hit basically all the important people. It should have hit all the end closers here, which is great, since Mayano was in 8th when it went off. Alright, we're going into the corner where everything procs. Mayano has not gotten Breath of Fresh Air yet. And we see some Maestros. We got Maestro on Mayano, Maestro on Gold Ship. Okay, Gold Ship is 2 for 2. Gold Ship ult. Hopefully we get Curvature as well. We do. But Gold Ship is on the inside, so this is very scary. See if Gold Ship can find... Yeah, she does have room. She's not actually blocked. Enemy Taishin does get Sleeping Lion. Gold Ship moving up. If we can get to the side of Taishin, we could box her in and cause her to crash into the McQueen. But let's see. Okay, they got Encroaching Shadow. That's really bad for us because we also missed Spurt. So we need the Taishin to crash here, and it does not look like she is. No, Taishin is going to run away with this one. Might be... Oh, wait. We have speed on Gold Ship, though. Hold on, this Taishin's top speed looks not very good. Can we catch? Are we going to catch the Taishin despite the Encroaching Shadow? Can we get Homestretch Haste into Teo Step here? Maybe we just get Teo Step? We've actually already caught up. There's Teo Step, helping us guard against this other Gold Ship as well. We've actually passed the Taishin, so the Taishin looks like she didn't have much speed, because I think she had the recoveries. Wow. Okay. But she did Encroaching Shadow immediately, so it must have been a low speed stat, because she did get it at the start of the late race. I feel very lucky. I feel like this Taishin must have just been under, like, low speed. Let's take a look. Okay, she had 3 recoveries and only 993 speed, but did have long ass. So honestly, actually, I see what happened. So she must have missed some recoveries, but then decided to do a long and slow last spurt. Because if she had a full last spurt, she should have had equal top speed to my Gold Ship. Because I don't think we got Lone Wolf in this race. So it definitely feels like they must have missed on their recoveries. Yeah, they had good Gold Ship as well. Maybe a little, you know, I would have preferred to not run cooldown and to get more yellow skills, more velocity skills, but yeah, really good win. Honestly, lucky win. And then here, this person was working with a pretty underpowered deck and doesn't have isn't able to meet the stat line that they need. Let's take a look at their win rate, their win percentage, because it should be really high. 60% on Gold Ship, and then 10% on Taishin. So 70% there, and then their McQueen doesn't have any wins. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, 8 losses. We're 11 and 8. We have great mood on Gold Ship. Alright, that's a good sign. When Gold Ship wants to win, she can win. Of course, there is an enemy Gold Ship that might be very strong. No Lone Wolf. There's a Beeline Burst. Interesting. Beeline Burst activating out of the gate on an end closer is really bad because even when you do gain any distance, you're generally going to just pace down right away. And Beeline Burst also just doesn't gain you much distance at all. There's a Daiwa. So Daiwa could be scary here if she has a good build. Gold Ship is currently in 5th. Not enough pace chasers to make the Gold Ship ult consistent. And we did unfortunately miss on Go Home Specialist. So we're going to be reliant on Maestro and potentially Mayano recoveries here. Stamina Eater did hit the enemy Gold Ship. That's very nice. Alright, come on, Mayano. Breath of fresh air on this straight, please. Alright, we're going into the corner. We did not get Breath of Fresh Air on that straight. There's still a chance that we get it before late race. Curvature. I heard something proc right as the ult went off. It was Maestro on Mayano. And Gold Ship is 0 for 2 on recoveries again. Oh. Alright, Mayano. It's all up to you. You still have a chance to Breath of Fresh Air here before late race. Small chance. Small chance. No. Didn't get it. Did get double straightaway spurt, but the last spurts are going to be really slow. So, okay, but the enemies might be understammed as well. Yeah, Mayano's going to catch up to Gold Ship. Tachyon overtook my Gold Ship. So Mayano is it's gonna be Mayano versus this Tachyon. And we might actually get there. Despite whiffing on the Gold Ship recoveries. It's really close. It's really close. It's really close. Oh, we got there. Oh my god. That's... Okay, we must have run into a pretty low stam lobby here to win with only 1 recovery on Mayano. That's so nice. And Gold Ship got 3rd by distance. So let's see how much stam they had. Yeah, only 689, but they have effectively 3 gold recoveries because it is 3-star Tachyon ult. So that is in fact a 3rd gold recovery. They definitely could be hitting much better stamina numbers with this deck. They should not be running Fine Motion here. And then this one is understammed. Doesn't look like a very well-built deck. They should not be running Dober for sure. They have 2LB Sweep Tosho. If they have other 2LB cards, they should probably be getting... They should probably have better ways to build the deck. There's a Debuffer Grass Wonder, but has Dominator, so this is maybe just left over from Taurus Cup. Yeah, okay. I mean, I feel very fortunate. Let me see. So we got 75% on day 1 and 60% on day 2. 56% overall on Gold Ship and 10.3% on Mayano. So that's 66.7 yeah, so 66% win rate overall. Not bad. We'll see how we do in round 2.